Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone is having a beautiful morning. Today we're doing a comparison and review between two of my favorite bags. I adore Bottega Veneta, but these two I definitely cannot recommend them enough. And that is the Bottega Veneta hub bag in the small size and the Jodie in the teen size. So before I bought any of this, I was looking on YouTube for a review between the two and actually could not find much, and I was a little bit surprised because these are different bags, but at the same time I think they're similar in so many aspects. So I cannot be alone on the hesitation between the two. Of course, I ended up getting both of them because I think both are fantastic bags. But despite being so similar, I think they're really different in how they feel, how they wear, how they sit on the body, what fits, and also of course how practical they are. So this is my only hub bag. This is the small size. Funny enough, I think this bag is actually quite big. I will never understand how they choose the names for the sizes. Mine is in suede leather in the color sterling, and I actually have two Jodies, but for the sake of the video I'm gonna use this one because this one is in leather in this minty green color and this one is also in suede. So I think comparing the suede Jodie to the suede hub bag is going to be a little bit more accurate. This is a Teen Jodie, so there's different sizes for the bags. The Jodie has more sizes available than the hub bag, and this one is in this beautiful lavender suede. This one I got it on the pre-love market, and this one directly from the boutique here in Barcelona. Of course, these are different sizes. I unfortunately don't have a Jodie in the small size, but honestly for the bigger sizes I prefer the hub bag. This is something that I'm gonna go over on this video, and hopefully I will be able to help anyone that has been debating between the two which one is probably going to be better for you. So this one was a very impulsive purchase. I was actually looking for a Jodie, and in case it was not obvious, I adore Bottega Veneta suede bags. I would 100% get more suede bags in different colors. I was looking for the Jodie in the teen size in suede the day that I went into the store, and I ended up seeing this one, and when I tried it on, it was love at first try. The best way that I can describe it is that this bag feels like a hug. I know that it sounds dramatic, but I had tried on the hub bag before in the regular leather and it can be a bit of a stiffer bag, but when you try it on in the suede, it just molds into your body. It also doesn't slip off my shoulder, and this bag is big and it fits pretty much anything that I'm gonna need, but it's so comfortable to the point that I always joke about this, but I could take naps, I could watch a full movie, take a really long car ride with this bag on my shoulder, and I would be so comfortable. And adding to that, this bag I feel like just makes the outfit. You can be wearing something super simple, you add this bag and it's a completely different thing. I would 100% get it in more colors. I really love it. So as you can see, the hub bag has this triangular shape. It's quite unique. It's also flat here. It doesn't have the knot like the Jodie. Something that I also really love is the way that this bag folds naturally. This is one of the reasons of why it's so comfortable. It doesn't have fit. It's just suede intrecciato leather entirely, and it's leather lined on the inside. It does have one big zipper, but that's pretty much it. And also the closure, as you can see, doesn't really have a zipper. It has two magnets, one here and one here, so you basically have to put one on top of the other, and that's how the bag basically closes. Now regarding the suede, it's something that does worry me. I got this bag back in October, and at first I was quite terrified of ruining the bag. When I was thinking about getting suede, I was thinking more like a dark chocolate color and not such a light gray, but at the end of the day it was love and I had to get it, and so far I had no problems. I am very careful with it, I do have to say that, but if you ask me, I would go 100 times more with suede than leather. And against the Jodie, I find this to be a little bit more comfortable because it just stays on your shoulder. It's such a comfortable bag that it's going to fit your laptop. Like, I never find anything that it's not gonna fit here. Now onto the Jodie. The reason that I have two is because I used to own the mini size and it didn't really work out for me, so I ended up selling it. Mine was in the color fondant and it had the chain. The thing is that I just love the slouchiness of Bottega, and I also carry quite a few things around with me and they would not fit in the mini, so I was between the teen and the small size, but at the end I went with the teen because I already have this one in the small and this fits also more than enough. And these two, I found them on the pre-love market, very specifically on Luxe de Jour's website, so I ended up being able to get both of them for the price of one retail. They were 1,333 euros each of them. They were priced the same. same. But with that being said, this one is pre-loved, so it's been already quite used, and it's a suede bag. It has its pros and cons. One thing is that someone already stained this bag. It did come in an amazing condition, especially for the price, but it also allowed me to kind of lose the fear of using a suede bag just on a daily basis without having to worry much about it. You can see right here a little bit of the staining, especially right here. But as for the rest of the bag, literally perfect. So basically this has become my ride or die. I use it for anything that I want. Of course, not when it's raining, but I can say that this was an amazing addition to my closet. So the Jodie does have the nut on the handle, and it also has a zipper. And I do have to say the zipper can be a little bit complicated, especially if the bag is full, and I tend to just leave it open. So when it comes to the closure, I think I prefer the one on the hub. It's just easier access. And this one is also suede lined on the interior, and it doesn't have any pockets. But the regular leather one is leather lined. So I'm not sure if it's only this one that comes with the suede lining. I honestly don't mind it. At the end of the day, it's the inside of the bag. But I wanted to show you the difference in how it molds into your body and the slouchiness of the suede versus the leather one. But this one has already been worn quite a lot, so that makes the leather a little bit softer. So I personally can use the Teen Jodie on the shoulder quite comfortably. But again, I find the suede one a little bit more comfortable because this one keeps slipping off. And this one, no matter what I do, if I move, if I walk, if I want to reach for things inside of the bag, it just stays. And as long as it's not super full, it's just gonna mold into your body. It's really nice. Something that I really love about this too is that they're really understated. There's no logos. There's nothing that shows that they're a luxury bag unless you kind of know the bag itself. Of course, the quality also does speak for itself. And I do have to say that Bottega Veneta's craftsmanship is really, really good. So now going into what fits and how practical they are, starting with the small hub bag. Again, the only thing small about this bag is going to be the name. This bag fits my laptop, which is a 14-inch MacBook Pro. Books, it's an excellent travel bag, but in general, the thing that I like this one the most for is when I have to carry a lot of stuff, but also be outside of the house for a really long time, just because it's really comfortable to carry. One thing that I do want to note is that because this bag has the triangular shape, the smaller items tend to go here, and it's sometimes hard to reach them against everything else that's inside of the bag. So coins, lip glosses, keys, anything smaller, it's gonna go to the corners of the bag. And one thing is that while you're wearing the bag, it's really hard to access those corners. So I always have to take it off, open the bag, and then you can go fishing. But also to note that if we compare the Jodie and the hub bag in the same sizes, let's say the Jodie in the small size, this one is going to fit more because of the shape. Now I'm gonna show you everything that I can fit in the bag. So starting with my laptop, again, I don't really think that the small Jodie would fit a laptop because it's round. So here's the bag with my laptop inside. Now let's add a wallet, a vlogging camera that I usually take it out with me, a mini agenda. This is from Louis Vuitton in the PM size, the Chanel mini O case. Let's say we're traveling, so let's also add the passport. We still have a lot of more space left, so we could fit here also an iPad, a book, and I'm also going to put a sweater inside. So I would say this is the bag at full capacity, and it's quite heavy because it has a lot of stuff inside. I think we can still fit a bottle of water inside, but because this is so comfortable, I can definitely carry this around pretty much all day. Now into what fits in the Teen Jodie, that of course it's going to be less because it's a way smaller bag, but still I feel like this one packs more than enough. Also for size comparison, this is the MacBook Pro 14 inches. Definitely doesn't fit, and I would say that only an iPad mini would fit inside of this bag. So it's empty, and I'm gonna put my wallet first, which is the Hermes Constance wallet. This is quite a big one. Sometimes I use a card holder because it takes less space. The O case, the Louis Vuitton agenda. Let's say I'm also bringing my Kindle with me, and we still have quite a lot of space inside. I'm not sure if the sweater is going to fit, but I'm gonna try. The sweater is going to fit, but it's going to be at maximum capacity. But the Jodie being round, it gives you a little bit less space. I think the Teen fits more than enough for a daily basis, unless you really need to carry bigger things with you like an iPad. And even then, I'm not sure if the small size would fit an iPad. Now talking about price, both bags are priced quite similarly. The Jodie in the teen size retails for 3,200 euros. I'm gonna have to double check the retail price in the US because I don't know that. And the small hub bag being a bigger size, this one is 3,500 euros. So my honest thoughts about buying new from store or used on the pre-love market, it's going to be depending on what you're looking for. Bottega Veneta doesn't really retain its value unless it's a newer release or something really hard to find. So I would say that if you're looking for something very specific and from a newer collection, maybe a color, maybe a suede, because this one was a find. I have not seen many suede in the pre-love market. I would say that finding a lilac suede on the pre-love market is quite rare. You're definitely going to be able to find the black leather, the fondant, the most classic colors, and that also goes for the hop bag. So I would say that you should go for new if you're looking for something newer from their newer collections, a very specific color from the current season. But if you're looking to go for classic black, the classic brown, especially in leather, I would go for the pre-love market because you're gonna save quite a lot of money. I definitely saved a lot on this one, but again, I haven't seen anything like this one on the pre-love market, only black leather or maybe fondant. So going into the pros and cons of each bag, starting with the hop bag, one of the pros for me is that it molds beautifully into your body and the strap is fantastic. It's just going to stay on your shoulder. It's also incredibly lightweight, even though it's a fully leather lined bag, and it's quite a big bag too. You can carry a lot and you're gonna be able to fit a laptop here, and I would say that it can even give you a more formal, structured look. I actually prefer the magnetic opening. It's so easy access, so you're never gonna have to struggle with the zipper. And also, as you can see, it's a very slim bag, so it's not bulky, it's not uncomfortable. I just overall think it's a very well thought out bag, and when it comes to wearing it, it's just amazing and so comfortable. Now, of course, one of the cons is going to be that things just go towards the corners of the bag and you have to take it off so you can search the bag and grab your things. And something that I do want to note is that if this was a leather version, I think it could feel a little bit overwhelming and bulky. I have tried it on at the store and I was not the biggest fan because it just felt like too much bag for me, but I am also very short, so that could be definitely a factor. Now with the Jodie, I think this size is the perfect everyday bag. It's going to fit your essentials and more. I really love the silhouette. I love that it's a round bag. I really like the knot detail. I think it has such a beautiful and different design from what you see out there, but at the same time, it does feel timeless, so I don't think this is going to be a bag that is going to be dated easily. And I think the zipper can be perceived as a pro or a con, depends. It is more secure. You need to open the zipper and things are not gonna fall off, but the zipper can be a little bit of a hassle sometimes, so I really do have the bad habit of my bags being open. Now as for the cons, I would say that this one that is not leather lined, but then this is just this one because my other Jodie that is leather lined, but being suede, I'm always a little bit concerned that I'm gonna stain it. It's nothing too bad because being the inside of the bag, it's not like it matters that much, but still quite delicate. Because of the rounded shape, you also get restricted on the items that you can take in the bag. If it had a triangular shape, I think this one would actually fit an iPad. And maybe another con is that the strap drop could be a little bit longer. I think it's fine. I find it to be super comfy, but I think they could have made it a little bit longer so it was just a tad more comfortable. So which one do I prefer? I think this is more from occasion to occasion. If you're someone that laptop is a must, then I would definitely say that the hop bag is going to be better for you. It's also a bigger bag. It's going to fit way more. And honestly, when it comes to my bigger bags, I would say that this has become my favorite one of them because it's comfy, but also because it's not overwhelming. As a short person, I sometimes need to carry a lot of things too, but I don't want to look like a bag with legs. And I think this one, because it molds into your body, I can just take everything that I want and it just looks good. But I wouldn't say that this is an everyday bag for me. So if you're looking for an everyday bag to run errands, brunch, whatever, I think this is going to be the best option for you. I do use a Jodie more than the hop bag and it does fit quite a lot. So I do have to say that the Jodie wins, but that's just because on a regular basis I use it more, but that's because I work from home. Probably if that was different, then I would say this one. Again, it just depends on your needs. Do you want to travel, work, really big bag? This, you want an everyday bag, then I would say this one. So this was the review. I hope that I covered everything, but if I didn't, please let me know in the comments. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and click the notification bell down below so you don't miss any of my videos. If you're not done watching, I'm gonna leave you two right here in case you want to check them out. Thank you and see you on the next one. Bye!